Eitan Bender up to the stage to share his experiences both in and out of Israel with us. So everyone, please welcome from San Juan, Puerto Rico, the well-traveled, the well-rehearsed, and the suave Eitan Bender.
I'm in front of 300 people, and for some reason I'm more nervous about the fact that my grandma's here. So, here we go. Before year course, I thought I had experienced all of Israel from the many times I had visited here. Year course, however, proved me completely wrong. Looking at each and every one of you, I can honestly say that this has been the greatest year of our lives. Is there any other country that would let you get a feel for their army for 3 months? That would embrace you into all levels of their community and society? That would allow us to experience life surrounded by Jewish people where Jewish holidays are national holidays? These aren't normal, everyday circumstances. The experiences we have taken away with us from this year are priceless, and they were essentially laid out to us on a silver platter by year course. Olami was my first taste of the year I was about to have. We traveled to Paris and Prague, and through the guidance of our madrichim, were completely engulfed by the cities we were in. We went on top of the Eiffel Tower, had crepes at the Louvre, got chased after by gypsies, walked through the Jewish quarter, and had Shabbat services with the U.S. ambassador to the Czech Republic. We were loving the trip and seeing these two countries with a collective Jewish flavor, yet we were anxious to start our year course in Israel. My year in Israel started off on a high note in the city of Bat Yam. Our soon-to-be very close friends, the Scouts, were waiting outside of the bus ready to help settle us in to what would be the beginning of the greatest year of our lives. I volunteered at Fat Mayor's Soup Kitchen, helping distribute food to every primary and middle school in Bat Yam. Mayor was that first taste for me and my co-volunteers of the generosity of the Israeli people. This is a man who suffered a stroke, and instead of retiring, Mayor chose to take all of his money and start a soup kitchen for the children of Bat Yam. While in Bat Yam, we went to sports games, and for that, thank you, Yael. Saw shows put on by people from our very own section, went to the beach, and became a family. We each came from different backgrounds, but we looked out for each other, just like a family. Bat Yam flew by, and I was off to Morocco with the Olami group for our second trip. Morocco is a Muslim country, yet has contributed to one of the largest influences on Israeli and Jewish society. In this beautiful and exotic country, we got to hear personal stories and see firsthand how Jewish life was back in the day. We also saw the persecution and the discrimination that thousands of people were put through just for practicing Judaism. And that is where Israel comes into play. The only true home of the Jewish people, which provides a safe haven for every one of us and the other 15 million Jews out there. Thank you, Grandma. As soon as I got back to Israel, I was flung right into the Marva Army experience. If you had asked me at the beginning of the year if I was going to do Marva, I would have said never. However, looking back at it now, it was the best decision I have ever made. I came to Israel for the complete Israeli experience, and without a taste of the army, I feel I never would have achieved that. I would be lying if I said there weren't tough times, but I can say that my time on Marva was one of the most fulfilling and rewarding experiences I had all year. I met people from all over the world and gained values that will last a lifetime. The final trip of Olami was my wake-up call. The year course was sadly coming to an end. Ethiopia was our fourth and final destination. We got off the plane and arrived to a completely different world. What we saw was a country and people that truly need the help of every person possible. We met the Jewish community and got to volunteer and play with the children of every age group. While in the city of Gondor, I witnessed one of the most amazing, moving experiences of my life. Aliyah. The whole Olami family woke up at 4 a.m. and watched a group of 50 Ethiopians leaving their families and friends for the Holy Land. While there were tears in their eyes, there were also smiles on their faces, for they knew that they were off to the land of their ancestors, their true homeland, Israel. We returned to Israel and Jerusalem and took on every day of this last semester as if it were our last day in Israel. It was our final few weeks to do everything we never got to do before heading back to our respective homes. We took valuable classes that taught us the history of the state of Israel. We learned about current events and tried to perfect our Hebrew. We enjoyed the nightlife in Jerusalem, from cafes to nightclubs to the kotel. Our months here combined fun with Jewish experiences, the perfect formula for an unforgettable year. June. We dreaded talking about it. It was that period that all of us on year course hoped would never come. Well, unfortunately, June is here, and this incredible journey has come to a conclusion. This year of laughs, tears, and unforgettable experiences has finished. Although year course is coming to an end, the friendships and memories we are taking with us will last a lifetime. This year has surpassed any expectations I once had. I will never forget the friendships, the funny moments, the sad ones, and most importantly, the fact that I've spent the best year of my life with some of the greatest people I've ever met in the greatest place in the world. My year in Israel has been exhilarating and enriching. My year in Israel has been life-changing. My year here has been the best year of my life, and for that I have to thank my friends, year course, and most importantly, the country that I've grown to love more than I ever thought possible, Eretz Israel. While we all started off the year as individuals from very different backgrounds, we have become a melting pot that has formed into this one amazing unit. We are year course 2012, or rather, year course 5,772. This year in Israel has made us better people, better friends, and better Jews. We will take this experience back with us, and will always have Israel in our hearts wherever we are. As we return home and to college, we should be responsible to use the tools and knowledge we gained here to make a difference for Jewish causes, and most importantly, the state of Israel. And to all my brothers out there, always remember FIIYC.